Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to possibly the best CSGO news episode we've had in a long time. As always, hope you guys all enjoy. Let's get right into it. And first off today in big CSGO news, we have the official ending of CSGO Lounge in about 10 days for many countries around the world, as Lounge announced yesterday for both their CSGO and Dota 2 websites that they will begin restricting access from countries where esports betting is forbidden, and that's a lot of countries, a lot of big countries, including the US and UK as well. And they'll also be reinforcing their verification process, so if you're not 18 years or older, it's going to be a lot harder for you actually to get on these websites and actually use CSGO Lounge specifically. So a large list of countries has already been banned from their websites within 10 days from today of betting wise, and that large list includes the UK, the US, France, Spain, Belgium, and many other countries as well. And they'll also give you 10 days to withdraw your skins. If you guys have skins on CSGO Lounge, you have 9 days from this video being out there to actually withdraw your skins. After that point in time, there's no guarantee that you'll get your skins back. And it's very interesting enough because, as you guys know, many gambling websites have said, don't worry guys, we'll be back. We also have many gambling websites that have already returned after this Valve lawsuit. But very interestingly enough, we have CSGO Lounge who stated they are not hopeful about coming back. So if your country is actually listed in their list of banned countries, it's most likely this is going to be permanent, guys. CSGO Lounge will be down in your country for a long amount of time, if not forever. So they're not hopeful at all. It kind of seems kind of funny how, first off, we started targeting these gambling websites, and now it's these betting websites that were never involved with gambling or any kind of rigging at all are now being taken down as well. So CSGO Lounge is slowly being taken down, unfortunately, for many of these countries. Make sure to check your country list below and get your skins off the website. So I'm going to try and cover this next story with as little bias as possible. I want you guys to go to Twitter, check out these tweets yourself to somehow try and sum up this argument and why it even started. First off, we had MoeTV tweeting at S1mple simply saying that he was making a mistake by leaving Liquid. As many of you guys know, the North American Liquid team that S1mple was on not too long ago for the last major, placing second, possibly the best finish of any North American team ever in any major. He was simply saying that he was making a mistake by leaving that team. Then we had S1mple make a soft jab back towards Moe by saying, oh, would you rather me leave Liquid for Echo Fox? As many of you guys know, Moe is the general manager for Echo Fox, a lesser North American team compared to Liquid, and so S1mple was obviously making a slight joke there. Then the whole conversation escalated very fast as both of these guys were backed by many of their fans and probably provoked by a little heat of the moment, a little brash decision making, and this is when the whole argument escalated out of control. We had Moe go further and say, calling him words such as geek or pimple face and saying he was a piece of crap, he didn't use the word crap, and that he'll get kicked from any team that he ever, plays for. Then we had S1mple, all the while actually sticking to his morals and actually calling out Moe. As many of you guys know, not too long ago, Moe was revealed for scamming, the whole community, scamming his fans with his ties to CSGO gambling websites by staging bets. S1mple simply called him out for all of that stuff, and of course that will win you almost any argument nowadays against MoeTV when you bring up his past like that. So we had S1mple making those soft blows. We had Moe returning heavy fire, kind of making very, very rude remarks about S1mple's appearances, something Moe has been known to do in the past. And again, it continued to escalate even further hand to hand. And you would say, if based on unbiased decision making, that S1mple was probably winning this argument, all until the while where Moe finished off his arguments very curiously by saying, guess what, S1mple, I know all. Should we talk about gambling websites? And so all of a sudden we had MoeTV kind of shift the argument in his own favor, where he had called out Liquid S1mple, former Liquid S1mple, for owning a CSGO gambling website. And at this point in time, everyone began to freak out. We had Richard Lewis also step in and basically confirm that Liquid S1mple, former Liquid S1mple, actually had owned a CSGO gambling website. As Richard Lewis reports, actually stepped in and said, I thought everyone knew this. And so apparently S1mple had in some time in the past actually owned a CSGO gambling website, apparently in partnership with possibly Navi Zeus, because this all, as we turn the screw in this argument, we had everyone apparently unraveling everything here, as Navi Zeus then chimed in and said and tweeted out, just so everyone knows, just a full disclosure, I actually did own the website known as CSGO Winner. I own 2 URLs for that website. We have since sold them off. And so apparently Navi Zeus and Liquid S1mple may have sometime in the past owned this CSGO gambling websites. Maybe S1mple owned a different gambling website, but that's what he was accused of and confirmed by Richard Lewis. So apparently a lot more pro players out there have owned CSGO gambling websites that we didn't ever even knew about, some tinier websites that didn't actually be successful or get too big. And so that was the whole main argument and main reason why I'm actually bringing up this argument, guys. There is no winner to either side here, but some real stuff has been unraveled, and hopefully more people cover what actually happened between these CSGO gambling websites and all these pro players. To pretty much sum it up, guys, you need to look at the tweets yourself to take your own opinion on it. I definitely did not interpret all those tweets exactly 100% correctly, but I want to say that in this fight, no one won. Both these guys made themselves look terrible in this fight, especially arguing over Twitter in such a brash manner and, taking such sharp blows at each other. Although it may seem cool cool, as you might be a fan of s1mple or you might be a fan of Moe, and it seems cool when they fight. Just like in hockey, you might watch a hockey match just to see the fights because that's the funnest part. In all reality, it made them both look terribly bad. And in more important CSGO news, guys, we have the health issues of CSGO players that have come out a lot in the past few months, including a lot of perforated eardrums, and that also includes SK Gaming's very own Fur. Obviously the #1 team in the world. You wouldn't expect a #1 player in the world to have these sort of issues. He came out today on a twit longer, basically a longer tweet than you can actually post on Twitter, and it revealed not only 1 but 2 upcoming surgeries that he has to undergo within the next couple of weeks. Now the first one's a pretty simple one. It's a simple nose surgery to open up both of his nostrils. As of right now, Fur can only breathe through one of his nose nostrils. Nose nostrils? Who says that? He has to undergo surgery to be able to breathe through both of those nostrils, and the second surgery will be much more serious, as Fur revealed also how badly his perforated eardrum actually was in his right ear. Apparently he can only hear up to 30% of hearing in his right ear, so he will be having surgery to actually maintain that 30%. Now apparently his hearing is not going to get any better, but in order to retain hearing whatsoever in his right ear and not lose all of it, he has to undergo surgery within the next 2 weeks. So luckily there are very few events going on throughout August, and the team actually came out, Taco came out himself on Twitter and said this, that the team will not be participating in any LAN tournaments without Fur on the team, but former Immortals player known as Showtime will be standing in for SK Gaming Fur at the time being. So you can almost assume that Fur actually tried to last until now on purpose. He probably suffered with this for a long time just so he could actually wait till this month to do this. So a very smart team, a very dedicated team obviously by those standards, and Showtime, the former Immortals player, will be standing in for him for those league plays or whatever match plays they have going on, but there will be no big tournaments until mid-September. Right around ESL New York is when Fur should be returning to the team. So they're going to try and last until then. Hopefully he comes back stronger than ever from surgery. Hopefully no issues with surgery, and he'll be back in time for ESL New York late September. So congrats to him. Hopefully everything goes well with surgery, and hopefully Showtime plays well for the team for the time being. And speaking of the SK Gaming squad, we do have the ex-SK Gaming squad, now known as Team X, who only has 2 of the original members. That's Madi and Freeze, who actually got their first major victory in Operation Kingwin #3 just yesterday. That operation was a 3-month-long online tournament which included several very solid teams, including Kingwin, Escape Gaming, Penta, Space Soldiers, Team Spirit, and even ENCE Esports was also there. And they were also participating, of course, with their 2 longtime stand-ins. That was Glaive and Valde. We also, of course, had Madi and Freeze, and their new pickup, which is a guy by the name of Snappy, as Team X actually took their first Operation Kingwin #3 and the $10,000 purse. A great win for that team. Glad to see they're actually having success after a huge downturn of getting kicked from SK squad. I was really struggling towards the end of that last clip. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Please make sure to follow my Twitter. I'm going to be doing some key giveaways probably tomorrow or sometime soon. I hope you guys all enjoy this crazy episode of CSGO News. Have some great news for you guys tomorrow as well. As always, live, love, laugh a lot. Remember, I like you. I'll see you guys all tomorrow with a CSGO News episode. Remember, I like you. You know what's coming. Goodbye!